Hi guys, this is Chuck from Nepali Brewboy. Thanks for tuning in. We've got a small video from our own friend Mr. Stubby from Texas Brewing. And please do not forget to click the subscribe button below. We bring awesome and amazing video just for you.
We're actually supposed to be at 1046, but that's pretty close. So we may be at a couple tenths of % off, but that's not going to have an effect on the overall beer. You also have to remember too that this hydrometer is calibrated at 60 degrees, so it will make a difference if it's a little warmer. All right, so we're going to record that down as 1042, and we're going to add our yeast at this point. Okay guys, what we have here is our SO4. This is our dry English ale yeast. This is a really good yeast. We recommend for beginners especially to use dry yeast. There's a lot of advantages to dry yeast over liquid yeast. The one thing that you have as far as drawback as far as dry yeast is there's not as big a selection. But for beginning sake, I would highly recommend using dry yeast. And later on, you might be interested in doing starters in order to do liquid yeast. Because at Texas Brewing, we highly recommend that you do a starter before you use liquid yeast, on all liquid yeast. I'll pull these scissors right out of the sanitizer, so we don't have to worry about contaminating our yeast. Now, there's a lot of debate on whether to rehydrate or not to rehydrate. We've found at Texas Brewing that the benefits don't outweigh the consequences by rehydrating. So what we recommend to do is actually pitch it directly on top of the wort, just like you see there. Now, it's very important. We talked about this earlier, that you make sure that your wort's not too hot, because you will kill your yeast. Okay, so now that we have our lid sanitized, our bucket sanitized, and we have our yeast pitched, what we're going to do is we're going to put our lid on. And I've got sanitizer all over my hands. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to aerate the wort. Okay, it's really important to have oxygen in your beer, and the reason being is because in order for a yeast to reproduce, they have to have oxygen available. So while we're going to do that is we're going to shake the bucket for 2 solid minutes. And you can do this just by putting your hand over the thumb hole, because I've got sanitizer all over my hands. And I'm going to shake this for a good 2 solid minutes. Okay, now once we're done shaking this, we're actually going to put either some sanitizer or the best thing to do is actually put vodka, or a cheap vodka, in your airlock. Okay, so after shaking that for 2 minutes, you're going to put your airlock. Now it's important to find a good cool place in your house, and we're going to talk more about that here in just a second. Well, there you have it. You just brewed your first beer. We hope you enjoyed us showing the different steps that it takes to make your first beer. It's real simple, right? Okay, so now that we have our beer in our fermenter, the next thing we have to do is we need to make sure to find a nice